Well, the Delmarva Life Halloween show continues. So we've covered the hazards that can come up at home during Halloween. Now it's time to talk trick-or-treating.
It can get pretty scary when you leave the house and hit the streets for those sweets. Lieutenant Tim Robinson with the Wicomico County Sheriff's Office is here with some insight on how to make it a safe night. And you dressed up, thanks.
Yes,
Yeah.
I wore my costume
You
today,
wore a
yes.
costume, but before we get into all the safety issues, I wanted to talk about what you did over the weekend. You actually traveled to Salem.
Yes, I took a road trip with my family up to Salem, Massachusetts for the last few days, and it was a very interesting place. I've been there a lot as a kid because I have family connections to that area, and a very interesting place, going to the House of the Seven Gables, going to the Witch Museum, the Witch House, and it's a big festival atmosphere. It's almost like a Halloween version of Mardi Gras.
Oh, how about that? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
Well, bringing it back to Delmarva, what are some common crimes that you see on Halloween?
Most of it is mischief with people throwing toilet paper. They still do that, believe it or not, smashing pumpkins. We have issues with that. We also see an interesting spike in, especially when Halloween's more on a weekend, with DUI incidents, people going to costume parties. I've arrested earlier in my career, I've arrested people for DUI wearing costumes.
Oh, wow.
That's always been an interesting night.
So they're booked for the weekend or something in a ridiculous costume.
Sometimes they'll give you another costume to wear if you get booked into the facility.
It's orange.
But you ask about safety when you go out on Halloween. It's we always say if you're letting little kids go out, make sure there's a responsible, whether it's an older teen or a young adult going with them. Make sure they're wearing costumes that are fairly well lit. Don't let them go out dressed totally in black because cars may not see them. Carry a flashlight if you're going down a dark street to help not only illuminate where you're walking so other people may see, especially cars. And don't go out by yourself. Don't approach houses that are totally dark.
Right.
It looks like nobody might be home. Go to houses where it's obvious that they're giving out candy. And as parents, too, check out the candy. It's very rare, extremely rare that we're going to have an issue with any candy, but make sure that all the candy that they have is factory sealed. And I think it's very safe to say they forget that you're going to be okay.
So if someone's giving out homemade brownies or something like that,
I would stay away from homemade treats.
Yeah.
What should we do with those? Let's say the parents find some sketchy candy. Should we just throw it away?
Just throw it away. And if you know the people, if they're family, friends, or neighbors you know well, and they're giving out homemade treats, and you know them and trust them, that's fine. But I would always be leery of taking homemade stuff from people you do not know.
Yeah, yeah. So you see these things on Facebook all the time where it's like they have pictures of candy and they say it's full of meth and things like that. Does that really happen?
There's a lot of rumors that go on, and we've never had an incident like that in this area.
No.
And I don't even know of any real incident that's happened.
Yeah, yeah. It's
anywhere.
Interesting how things just get spread around on Facebook. All right, so let's talk about the people who are out on Halloween. If you're driving around.
Yeah, if you're driving and you're driving through residential neighborhoods or any place where there's a lot of kids, take a few more extra steps of precaution. Drive a little more slow. Make sure your headlights are on. Obviously, I mean, you might want to remind people, we do have issues where people park off to the side of the road, drop off kids. They'll go driving down the road to go with their kids more, taking more places in the neighborhood. They'll forget to turn their headlights on. So just use some caution. There's going to be a lot of kids Halloween night from between like 5 and 7, 5 and 8. There's going to be kids in some of these neighborhoods all over the place.
And expect the unexpected, because sometimes kids get excited.
Some kids you're right, they get excited. They'll see a house, they'll see a friend, or they'll see a costume, and they'll go darting across the street. So just be prepared.
See what you have to look forward to when Finley gets older.
I'm pretty excited for it. I think her dad's like ready to go trick-or-treating with her.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of cool. So you're saying as far as times go, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock is probably the latest that we should expect to see kids?
Usually I would see any kids after 8.
Okay.
After 8, but you can give out candy. People can give out candy for as long as they want to. The universal symbol is if the porch light's on.
Sure.
That they're giving a candy with lit pumpkins. But again, I recommend everybody, if the house is dark, don't, and it's obvious that there doesn't appear any action, don't go up there.
My fear is just, it's 9 or 10 o'clock, you have a promiscuous knock on the door, and you're not sure who's on the other side. Don't open your door.
If you don't feel comfortable, don't open your door.
Okay.
Don't open your door. But there's a lot of people that really get into Halloween. There's people that decorate their houses, and it's a festive atmosphere. I remember as a kid the excitement there was. Could not wait to get home from school, put on my costume, And there was a gentleman in my neighborhood when I grew up, Mr. Cook. He lived to scare the children in the neighborhood. I have fond memories of running from this gentleman's house, screaming because he scared us to death.
We all had a Mr. Cook.
We all had a Mr. Cook in our
We all
neighborhood.
did, yeah.
So.
Lieutenant Tim Robinson with the Wycomico County Sheriff's Office. Thank you so much for coming in. Looking forward to Halloween, but stay safe.